G'day, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking about Australia.
G'day.
Alright, so basically, as of the time of recording this, we have just experienced our public holiday, long weekend for Australia Day, which, if you're Australian, you know is a public holiday that...
It celebrates Australia.
It celebrates Australia. Not a lot of people are happy about the day it's on, but we are not politicians. We are not going to get into that.
No, I don't feel comfortable discussing the whole politics behind the whole situation, but, you know, I feel like it's a better time than any to discuss our feelings about the country we live in, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Show some national pride and maybe even some criticism. I suppose we'll find out as we go along.
Yeah, this is going to get... It's going to be one of those episodes where it's either really on the surface, just like, we like Australia because the weather is actually not just 40 degrees all the time. Or it's going to get really deep of just, like...
Yeah, who knows?
Somehow we're going to get into talking about the shit that happens down at stations.
Somehow. So... I guess we'll start with some positive stuff, though.
Oh, yeah, okay.
May as well.
If someone just randomly came up to you and said, what is your favourite thing about Australia, what would you say?
Honestly, I would say, like, my favourite thing about the whole country, at least in the section that we live in. Not that I've not, like, travelled the whole country or anything like that. I've been to Tasmania, I've been to Adelaide, I've been to Queensland, and, you know, obviously we live in Melbourne. But I think just the same kind of thing rings true as to wherever I've been, is that everyone is just so kind of like laid back in a way. Not like there are people obviously who are more intense about things and like have bigger personalities, but a lot of people here, I think the general consensus, at least with our age group, it seems, is that everyone is just a bit more carefree and, you know, takes life as it comes and, you know, is just, you know, friendly and doesn't, you know, get too... I don't know. It's hard to describe, but like there's this kind of this carefree kind of Aussie spirit that runs, especially with the kind of younger crowd that at least I've noticed, which is it's quite nice because I've seen, you know, how other people from other countries kind of act and the kind of personality that they've what's the word I'm looking for? The kind of the personality that they've like developed because of the situation and like the country they live in is because, especially with like the US, is they're so much more intense about things and they take things a lot more seriously. Whereas here we're just kind of like, she'll be right. Yeah, so I just like the whole carefree thing of everyone being like just taking things as they come and, you know, just living life and trying to be happy and getting by.
All right. Yep. Fair enough.
So I guess I could ask you the same question. What's your favourite thing about our big old lump of rock that you call Australia?
Big old lump of rock. Fucking love our rock. She's a good one.
That is a nice boulder.
Basically, what we are is a big fucking boulder, big blemish on the world. Some
national pride showing there.
I'm not gonna lie. My favourite thing about Australia is the fucking language.
Yeah.
Like
just the way we speak to each other.
The way we speak to each other. Like you think,
that's fine.
You think like, in Australia you speak English. That is true. We speak English. We are part of the Commonwealth. Like most of our ancestors are from England, sent over prison boats, blah blah whatever. Mm-hmm. So yes, we speak English, but it's like a drunk English that slowly got sober and then got more fucked.
Well, the Australian accent actually does like. Descend from a part of England where people, maybe I'm wrong, but I've heard that like it descends from a part of England where people were generally like drunks.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's like where the accent kind of came from. Essentially, is before Australia existed. This was like a section of England's accent, and probably still is, but it developed because of people in that general section of England being so drunk all the time. It just became the dialect, and like I guess a bunch of those people got sent over here on the boats. And
it's like whenever you hear people like being like, oh, I love Australian accents, I think they're really cool, it's like all that goes through my head is just like, oh yeah, fucking relax, eh?
I know.
Like the guy down in Croydon who's just gonna talk to you, hey mate, can I buy my shiggy off you? Nah, fuck ya. That is what goes through my head whenever someone's like, I really like Australian accent.
Well, when someone like if someone who's not from here goes, "Oh man, I love Australian accents. Can you please show me your voice or something?" I'm like, "No, you love like Hugh Jackman's voice. You love like Nicole Kidman's voice. You don't love fucking Tony down the street's voice. You walk up to Tony down the street, he's like, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing on my lawn?" "Oh, mate, I don't want the fucking newspaper today. Fuck off, you fucking." I will not be saying that word again. It kind of just came out. That's my natural.
It's your natural Australian impression.
Yeah.
Like, the sad part is about our language is that we do swear a lot. That is...
We do.
Hands down. The Australian people swear a lot. You have the few people who don't, and they've come from overseas. Like my mother.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that. It's just like...
I mean, we both descend from, like, Scottish backgrounds
Yeah,
as well.
like,
so that's why, like, our accent isn't, like, typically Australian. We don't really sound bogan.
Oh God, no. We don't. No, we grew up in in households that did have different accents running through it.
Yeah, like we both grew up with grandparents that have like really thick Scottish accents.
Yeah,
and so like I think a little bit of that is
like that does
mixed
come
in there somewhere.
That does come through in times, and like obviously as Mum got older, her Scottish accent did get stronger.
Yeah.
So like I know at times I do random, and people pull me up and it pisses me off so much. Like I randomly will just drop like Scottish accents on certain words, and it's just how I was raised.
I've been told by like people I've been working with or I've met recently who've been like, "Oh, you don't really have a typical kind of." I once was working when I was at the factory.
Yeah.
I was doing a delivery, and the guy I was doing the delivery with, the truck driver, he was like, "Oh, are you Australian?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, okay, you sound English." I'm like, "I sound English?" And this is the first time I've been told this. I'm like, "Really? You sure about that?" He's like, "Yeah, man, you've got like a bit of an English kind of twang to your accent." I'm like,
Twang.
"Okay, sure." And then I've been told that a few times since then.
Yeah.
Which I'd never noticed, but I won't. I can't. I mean, I'm very different from how a lot of people are in the fact that I actually kind of like how my voice sounds.
Yeah. See, my problem with my voice, like, it's not that I'd have a problem with it. It's just that like I know my voice can be either very high or very deep. Yeah. But whenever it goes very deep, I'm like, oh, hang on, how do they do that? I'm going to try and mimic that. And then it just sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have a high-pitched voice, but like, that's me.
Yeah.
But no, what I mean by like liking the language and the accent is not just only the accent side of things. It is also the words we use.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, I forget that people use this term. But I heard it the other day when I was out, and I straight up just started pissing myself in the middle of the street. I heard someone just go, "Oh, you fucking galah."
Yeah.
Like, shit like that. For those of you who don't know what a fucking galah is, it's a bird.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very beautiful bird as well if you've never seen a picture of it.
Yeah, but like, look, we are aware that most people like watching this are Australian, so don't stress.
I think most of you know what a galah is, yeah.
And if you fucking don't, go outside.
It's one of them pink and white flying things.
But like, some of the slang we use and the nicknames we have for people, and like, some of the stuff, if you said it to anyone else, they'd be like, "What the fuck did he just say?"
See, galah could actually make sense. My favourite one that would make no sense to anyone outside of this country is when you goes to someone, "Oh, you fucking drongo." Like, that's not even anything. That's just a word someone made up, and now it's a thing, and no one else understands it if you're not Australian, and it's amazing. Drongo. What does that even mean? Yeah. It's incredible.
Or like the fact that we use our national we use our national animals as just like random shit.
I know. Actually, the other one I love, this is kind of related to that. The other one I love is when you call someone a shitbird. I don't know if that's Australian, but I love it.
Call someone a shitbird.
I wish I called people shitbirds more often.
It's like I've heard someone call someone an emu, and I'm like, why? The fuck did the emu do to be called have it become an insult?
Oh man. Yeah.
And like, I don't know, it's just like the yeah nah situation. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Like, it makes so much sense. Yeah, nah, nah, yeah. It makes 100%. You say to any Australian, they will be like, "No, I get what he's saying. Like, he just said yes, or he just said no." But like, you say it to an American, to not so much English. I feel like English people do pick it up a lot easier, and I think it's just because we do come from, like, our language comes.
They have more of an understanding.
Any European countries, like the Asian countries, I find a lot really get caught off guard by it.
Yeah, they're like, what?
What the fuck did he just say? Like, yeah, nah, yeah.
Perfect sense, but not really.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that there. Like, it's something, like, stuff like that is just something that's so uniquely Australian.
Yeah.
In, one way or another. And that's another one of my favorite little things, is this, like, for all intents and purposes, we're very similar to, like, a lot of other first world countries. Like, there's things that we've borrowed from the US, there's things we've borrowed from England, and, a bunch of European countries, stuff like that. Like, for all intents and purposes, on the surface, we look like just any other, like, first world country. But then you look under the surface of that,
and we're broke as fuck.
Yeah, it just gets real weird the further you go.
Yeah, like, you step back from, like, the main cities, and, like, obviously, in the main city, like, in Melbourne,
Melbourne's pretty, like, cultured.
Yeah, you've got, like, your crazy amounts of culture. You've got your drunken guy in the alley. Like, you've got police going around everywhere. You've got your typical stuff.
I feel like
the further away you get from the cities, the fucking weirder we get.
Yeah, the further you go out from, the main city, like, the further you go into the country, you get weirder and weirder as you go on. Like, we're 45 minutes out from Melbourne.
Yeah.
So things are, like, fairly normal around here, but then there's just kind of...
Like, put it this way, you come
to
the suburbs and you feel safe, and you think, fuck, I feel safe in the city.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, I'll walk around the city at night and be like, yeah, cool, whatever. Like,
I feel safer
someone
in the city
could come
than
up to me and say, hey, man, can I pinch a smoke off you? And I know if I say, nah, sorry, man, I'm not smoking, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, man. Every time I get asked for a smoke when I'm down in Croydon or something...
You think you're about to get stabbed?
I think we get stabbed because the amount of people who you're like, nah, sorry, man, I don't smoke. Ah, fuck, I've seen you smoking. I don't smoke. You fucking smoke.
I've caught that so many times too. It's like, man, I've seen you around here having a smoke. I'm like, no, you haven't.
No, you haven't.
Oh, man. Yeah, but, like, it's weird. I honestly got, like, I would feel safer walking around at 2 a.m. in the middle of the city than I would here. I'm more... Like, we're both big dudes. We're both big guys.
I'd feel safer walking around the city at 2 a.m. than walking around Croydon at 2 p.m.
Yeah. I have to agree with you there. It's weird. But, like... And it's dumb that we would ever feel intimidated anyway, because we're big guys. Like my mum gets worried anytime I go out, even though I'm 21 and fucking big. And I tell her every time, I'm like, Mum, I don't think anyone's really going to bother me. I'm 6'3". I've got a large build. I'm not really going to get bothered in the street. Like, no one's going to try and pick a fight with me.
If they're going to pick a fight with someone, they're going to go for the scrawny motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... Put it this way. Anyone who's willing to just pick a fight randomly is more or less going to go for the scrawny guy because they know they can win.
Yeah.
Or in their mind.
That's generally people are not going to try and fight us. I've never had someone try to fight me.
Look, I don't think I've either. I've had people say they're going to kill me, but that's Croydon.
Yeah, that's just walking around in Croydon, yeah.
That's, you look at someone funny in your cup, oh, fuck off, I'll smash ya.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, thanks, man. Thanks, Bob.
Oh, like, the worst part is about, like, living in the suburbs is that you do learn faces of people.
Oh, no. Oh, I saw the captain the other day.
Oh, man.
There's a little old man that walks around, like, that lives around here near us. We nicknamed him the captain because he's a little fat old man, and he always wears, like, a ship captain's hat, and it's adorable.
We thought he died for a while, and it was really sad.
I saw him the other day, though, and I'm quite happy that I saw him. Every time I see him, he's the one I'm like, oh, yeah, the captain. Hi.
Yeah, like, you have people that, like, I see there's a guy that I see every now and then who used to run a game store that I used to go to all the time, and I'm like, hey, it's that guy. But, like, he's not someone I talk to.
No.
But, like, I guess you get that anywhere in the world. Like, you just know your kind of local area. But, like, I don't know, I just feel like in Australia we do a good job of, like, actually being, like... And, I mean, I haven't been overseas, so I really can't say this, but, like, I feel like we're very community-based.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in a certain community, like, in terms of, like, you're into the same thing, or, like, you have people who meet up to do stuff, that you do just learn faces. It's not just, yep, cool, walk past you by.
Yeah.
Past you. I heard it, and I was like, hang on.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I, like, really love about this country. There are things.
Oh, yeah, there are definitely things. Like, give me fucking spring and autumn.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm fucking smitten. Like, I will barely complain. Because, yes, you have still the really, like, hot days and the really cold days, but...
It's a nice medium.
The days in between, they're just fucking perfect.
I know. You get a nice I say this to everyone who has ever asked me. I say the perfect weather is and you get it rarely because, especially in Melbourne, the weather is so fucked that you could have literally 4 seasons in one day. If you've ever been here, if you live here, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's one of those things that, like, you say Queensland and everyone's like, oh, the sunshine state. Yeah. It's always fucking hot. It's always sunny. It's always fucking humid. Yeah. Too. They don't add that bit in. You think of Sydney. You think you get, like, the high winds and stuff like that. You think of, like, Western Australia. Fucking hot. You think of Central Australia. Fucking hot.
Hotter. Yeah.
Hotter and less shit. But
then you get to Melbourne and it's like...
No, you get to, like, Victoria. And, like, around the edge of Victoria. It's fucking hot. And then you get to fucking Melbourne.
The further you go in...
Yeah, the more it shrinks in, the more it's kind of just like...
Well, we don't know what you're going to get today.
And it doesn't make sense because, like, you've got... it does make sense why we have this. You have Queensland above us, which is hot. Central Australia, which is, like, above us and to the left, which is hot. Adelaide, hot.
Adelaide's not that hot.
Adelaide gets hot, though.
Yeah, but it's not... Everywhere can get hot.
No, but Adelaide has a more consistent temperature.
Yeah.
What the fuck is below us? And I'm not counting Tasmania. What the fuck is below that?
Antarctica.
Exactly. And where do the winds come from? That way. Fuck living in Tasmania. It'll be cold as shit.
That's some amateur meteorologist talk from Cal here. He knows what he's talking about, folks.
I have my degrees.
Yes. Look, I'm sure there is some logical explanation as to why Melbourne is such a hodgepodge of weather.
Fuck of weather.
Yeah, I tried to go the PG way. They called it a hodgepodge.
Dude, we're talking about Australia. You don't get fucking PG.
Okay, fine. But, like, it's... I don't know. I'll put it this way. Like, any other place in the world, a weather chat is the most boring thing ever. Here, it's like you could get one thing the next day. Or one thing one day, one thing the next day. And you can constantly be like, well, it's sunny today, but it'll be pissing down in 3 hours' time.
My favourite thing is when you're talking to someone, like, over Facebook or whatever, and you don't live far away.
They've got totally different weather, yeah.
And you're like, oh man, I'm fucking sick of this rain. I'm like, dude, it's fucking 45 degrees outside and sunny. What the fuck are you talking about?
You live 20 minutes away from me. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Like, the amount of time...
Give it an hour.
Like, or you and I, like, we live maybe like a 5-10 minute walk from each other. The amount of times I've left my house and it's been really hot and I've gotten here and it's been like on the edge of raining. I'm like, what the fuck?
What happened? Yeah.
Like, that's how fucked the weather is. And again, most of you watching this, you get it. You're sitting here going, oh my God, talk about something better. But like, if you get the chance to talk to someone who isn't from Melbourne or from another country completely, have this conversation with them because it blows their fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like, the idea of just constant changing weather really is just like, what the fuck?
Kind of like, how do you guys deal with this? Yeah.
The way I think about Melbourne's weather system is it's basically just the world had to have one state with bipolar. And they're like,
I don't know why we bother having weathermen because you can't trust any of them, or weather reporters because you know, like they'll say one thing but you can't trust it because
my thing is it's like whenever I see it, I'm like,
trust it.
They're like, oh, on Tuesday it's going to be 32. That's on Thursday.
Like, no, that's going to be Thursday.
It's generally like 2 days ahead because they just have a day that randomly just fucks everything up and it's like,
out of nowhere. Yeah. It's strange.
Or you randomly get like, they'll be like, oh yeah, no, it's going to be a really like nice warm day, nothing too bad. We have extreme fire warnings.
Yeah,
what the fuck happened? Some fuckhead. It generally just starts that. Some fuckhead.
Someone started a fire down east. Yeah.
Someone thought it'd be a good idea to flick their cigarette butt out the window as they're driving up kangaroo grounds and thought,
now it's a total fire ban. Yeah.
Yeah, now we don't have trees anymore.
You'll be watching at like 6:30, fucking Lavinia Nixon's telling you like, oh, tomorrow's going to be just like warm weather, you know, maybe pack a jacket for later in the day. It's going to be a cool change. You wake up in the morning, it's fucking snowing, and then 5 minutes later the house is on fire. It's like, Lavinia, I tried to trust you. Don't tell me things and then be completely wrong every single time.
Yeah, you can't really take Melbourne serious.
No.
And like the worst part is like the temperature it's not just like a gradual build. Like in the past month we've had like scorching days, and it's not like, oh yeah, it's going to start off as like 10 degrees when you wake up and then slowly build up, or even start at like 20 and slowly build up. It's like it starts at 20 and that's at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then it hits 10, you check your phone again, and it's like, oh, it's 37?
Yeah.
Who the fuck just went thermostat?
Well, like last week it was fucking, we had like a 44-degree day.
I was working. That was fine.
I know. We had a 44-degree day, and then the next day was like, what, fucking 25 or something?
I think the worst part about it is like, you're like, yeah, no, I need to go out and do stuff. I need to go get stuff. And it's like, it's a hot day. Like, yeah, no, that's fine though. I'll be right. You message them and, hey, do you want to, I gotta go grab some stuff. Do you want to tag along? I'm not leaving my air conditioning today.
I literally, I said that to you.
I'm aware. I had about 3 people say it to me, actually. Suck it the fuck up.
No, well, that's what you get for asking me to go out on a 44-degree day. I'm not going out with you on a 44-degree day.
I fucking did.
I know you did it, but you're an idiot sometimes. You could have just waited till tomorrow. You could have just waited till the next day. Anyway.
I was busy the next day.
Okay, that's fine.
Anyway.
But, so yeah, enough about weather.
Alright, enough about the Australian weather.
Yeah, so...
Elevator talk.
No, I'm trying to think of anything of like...
Big significance.
That I really don't like about the country.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
don't like.
I had another one that I do like.
Oh, you touched that briefly, yeah.
Alright, so now what I do like, very quickly, and it may sound stupid, I love how other people perceive Australia.
Oh, so do I.
Because I think that I'm
like from other countries,
like,
yeah.
God, that sounds perfect. I wish I just lived off shrimp and beer. Like,
well, there's those people. There's those people, and they're like, I'm never going to Australia. Everything there's going to kill me in 5 minutes when I land off the plane.
Well, you know what? Don't fucking step on shit. The best way to handle shit killing you is don't fucking provoke it. It's like, you see people being like, oh, but there are snakes everywhere. Don't.
There's not really snakes everywhere.
Okay, one, there are not snakes everywhere. And when people are like, I found a snake in my backyard, that's actually rare.
It doesn't happen that
like,
often.
Unless you live in like country or like farmland.
It doesn't happen in suburbia that often.
Yeah.
Then you get some random fucking day where someone's like, there's a kangaroo in my backyard. It's like, what? How?
Yeah, I remember there being one like around this area at one point, and we were like, wait, no, it was at school. We're at school, and this kangaroo just hops through the school grounds, and we're like,
yeah, that's right.
We were just like in like one of the art rooms, just being like, what the fuck? That's a kangaroo. What?
Yeah. That's kind of, it was,
Later,
that was...
we found it dead on the side of the road.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
that kangaroo we found like later that day. Yep, that hopped through this. That was Skippy.
No. That day was like our fucking version of Simpsons. There's a dog in the fence. There's a kangaroo on the oval. Oh, God.
Yep.
God, that was funny.
Oh, man. I feel like that's just... It's the same as like seeing foxes and stuff. Like...
Just walking around, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, sup, fox. Don't eat that cat over there. No, seriously, fuck off. Don't eat.
You're eating the cat.
Yeah,
Damn it.
fucking damn.
Not again. Oh, nah. Okay, if there is one thing that I genuinely don't like about this country at the moment, and I'm not going to pretend I'm any sort of expert on this, it's just the whole, like, political situation. I know we don't have much to talk about because, like, you look at the US and it's just so fucked beyond belief that you can't even comprehend it. Like, they literally shut the government down for a month over there recently because of some bullshit. I don't care. I don't know. But, like, it's also such a mess here at the moment because, like, it seems as if...
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I have no fucking clue who our Prime Minister is. And that's not me being like, I don't pay attention to shit. We go through Prime Ministers like I change underwear.
Yeah. Frequently.
Yes.
Well, we've had...
Like, the last Prime Minister I actually remember a significant thing about is Julia Gillard.
Yeah, and that was like...
That was before high school she came into power. Well, not power.
No, it wasn't.
No, she took K-Rod's spot while I was still in primary school. In grade 6.
2010?
Yeah, because I remember going to school and being told that we had a female Prime Minister, and I was like, when the fuck did we
No,
have an
okay,
election?
no, you're right.
Yeah.
Fuck off. You're right, shut up. I thought she was like 2011 or something.
No, because 2011 was when she had to run again because it was the end of the 4 years.
That's right. Yeah, that's it. You're right, yeah.
I know.
She won that, didn't she?
Yeah, because she stuck around for a little bit and then they were like, nah, fuck her off.
Yeah, they got rid of her anyway.
Yeah, they basically were like, nah, fuck off K-Rod, he put us in debt. And they're like, nah, fuck off Gillard, you're pissing us off.
Fuck
and
off.
then Abbott took over.
I'm back, yeah.
Abbott took over at that point?
I think he went... Yeah, I think it was Kevin Rudd, Julia Gillard, Tony Abbott, and Kevin Rudd again.
No, Kevin Rudd didn't take Prime Minister back. He ran.
No, he got it twice, though. He went back... No, he was back for a brief period.
Was he?
Yeah. See, this is all within, like, the last 10 years and we can't keep up.
This is not
impossible.
us being like, Oh, I was like 4 at the time when it happened. This is like fucking high school life when you actually
This
have
is
to
in
pay
the last-
attention to this shit because your parents tell you this matters to you.
I know. This is the past 10 years.
I'm
We're both 21.
and this
yeah.
shit still does not matter to me.
We're both 21. This is all stuff that we could remember, like, clearly. And yet it makes absolutely no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Because it just...
Who is it? Is it Term? No.
Scott Morrison at the moment.
Who the fuck is Scott Morrison?
You would have seen...
What the fuck happened to Turnbull?
He's been gone for like 3 months.
What?
There was another change of power,
When?
like, a couple months ago. And they got rid of Turnbull, and now Scott
What
Morrison.
did Turnbull? Like, I mean, I know he didn't do anything great, but what did he do that was so bad?
I don't remember. Don't even ask
Who
me.
ran against Malcolm Turnbull again?
In the actual last election.
Yeah, like in... Because he was cool.
Bill Shorten? For Labour? I think so.
Yeah, I think so. He seemed like a nice guy.
I don't know, man.
He's the type of guy that would be at like your Christmas party, having a beer with you, but not getting drunk, just like having a laugh.
Right. Okay.
I thought he was cool.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
hang on,
No, so
Turnbull's fucking gone.
he's been gone for like 3 months or something. Maybe longer.
How long was he in power for? Like
Not that much long. Not very long at all.
like a year, 2?
He got kicked out. No, Abbott got kicked out in 2016, replaced with Turnbull.
Right.
And then I think it was like Turnbull from 2016 up until recently.
And so who is it?
Scott Morrison.
Scott Morrison.
ScoMo.
God, that's a fucking really dull name for a prime minister. Like
Yeah.
Julia Gillard, Kevin Rudd, Malcolm Turnbull, Scott Morrison.
Nah, he's trying to do this whole thing of like, oh, I'm one of the people. I'm one of you guys. Like, just trying to
Is he
be
liberal?
liberal. Like, he took over from Turnbull. There was not an election. We didn't vote.
No, I'm just saying this shit seems to happen a lot.
Okay, well, no, it was, they had a change in leadership in the Liberal Party. But no, he does this he's like the whole thing of like, I'm just one of you guys. So like, he'll kind of dress just like a bit of like a fucking dad picking his kid up from school. And like, he'll, try to be a blokey bloke every day, man. But then he's also, trying to be the politician at the same time. So it's like, well, which one are you?
Mate, fucking pick one.
Yeah, pretty much, essentially. That's what people have been telling him.
That's actually...
It's strange.
This
Like,
is
yeah,
how
so this is
little
why...
you can actually pay attention unless you are someone who like follows it religiously. Australian politics is fucked.
It's a bit of a mess, yeah. And the thing is, like, all this drama with the whole, like, oh, who's the fucking Prime Minister now? Or, what's going on with this or this or this or this or this? It's, like, so many little controversies happening that nothing's actually getting done. At least it seems that way.
Yeah,
like, not on like,
I
the
can't
federal
think
level.
of-
Like, stuff's happening on the state level. Like,
yeah, I was about to say, like, you've got obviously like the big one that comes to mind is that they reopened a lot of the TAFE campuses.
yeah, in Victoria, at least.
So I think of that.
I'm not going to pretend I have any idea what's going on in other states, but like on state level, like there's stuff happening. But in terms of like federal politics, it's just such a mess that like nothing's actually happening. Everyone's just kind of sitting around and arguing. As far as I know,
every time I think of there being like a politicians meeting, I just think of like a giant room with people sitting there screaming, and one guy at the front just being like,
so can we just
"Help, please. Someone fucking help me."
So. Look, I'm not going to pretend I'm some sort of expert on any of this.
And look, there are probably people like who are watching this, even like our close friends, who are like, really, hang on, this is what's fucking happening, Ben. You're Ben Cow. You're fucking idiots. But like,
yeah, there's probably people sitting back,
us
like
average
watching this.
Joes, like your Joe schmoes, like just us.
Your average Australian citizen is fucking confused and has no idea what's going on.
What's going on? All we need is someone to just do it. A very brief ad campaign of just being like, "Hey guys, it's okay."
They'll probably win the fucking election.
We don't want to know what's going on in terms of who said what. We just want to know that our country isn't fucking dying. I think it might be at the moment.
Who knows? I wouldn't be shocked.
I know we're in debt. Are we still in debt?
Everyone's in debt.
No, but like K-Rudd's debt. Are we still recuperating from that still?
I don't know.
Every
fucking country is in debt. You did. Every country is in debt within the fucking billions and trillions.
That is true.
Every country is in debt to each other. That's nothing unique to us.
Yeah, that's true.
So no, politics. If we're talking about things we really don't like about the country, that's definitely my number one. It's just the mess of a political situation we're in right now, and I don't think it's going to clean up for a while, personally. And like I said, we're not experts, but this is just the point of view of an average Australian, like a young person who's, still kind of new to voting, who's still kind of new to the whole system. And like, I maybe I know more than like other people my age just because my family is very political. Like my grandparents and my mum always have discussions about politics and stuff like that when we're around for dinner and stuff like that. So I overhear things.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. Your family talk about that. My family can't vote.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, coming from Scotland, like, I don't know what's different for you guys. But, like I can. Don't worry. But, like, yeah, my family can't vote. So, like, we never had...
Well, are they not citizens?
Yeah, I don't think so. Wait.
Well, that would be the only reason why not.
I can't think of... I don't fucking know.
Or they just never registered to vote, which is, illegal.
No, it's not that.
No, that'd be the only other reason. It's just they're not citizens.
Yeah, it's
but then how could they have been here for so long?
I don't fucking know. They just don't vote.
Or they just don't do it.
But like, so that's never been conversations that have come up. So being someone so new to the idea of voting is like,
what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Like,
yeah.
As much as I hate to say it, the donkey vote is easily the best option because like just fucking handle it for me and don't let this place burn.
Yeah.
Because if you have an opinion on like one of the people, you're like, hey, I like this guy. He seems really nice. Someone will turn around and be like, no, he's a fucking douche.
You'd be like, hey, I like this guy's policy. Oh, but he murders puppies too. So
fuck.
No one.
Damn it, Turnbull.
I was like, well, I mean, that's the nature of politics as it is. No one is purely like, no one's perfect. No one is perfect. That you could have people standing for one thing that you really like, but really disagreeing with something else they stand for, and that's why I really don't get the whole thing of like, oh, you've got to be left wing or right wing. It's like, no, you've got to be a healthy balance. Otherwise, you're going to be so far to one side that it's, your worldview is skewed. I don't really even know which way I'm more lean. I like to think that I'm somewhere in the middle because there's, both sides to me make good points about certain things. And
dude, I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember the last time I listened to any sort of like listened, read, or paid attention to any sort of political like issues going on, just because this may be, God, I'm going to slander myself bad here. This may be because I'm stupid, but I can't keep up with it.
Yeah. Well, no, I can't blame you. Who can at this point?
It's in such shambles that I physically can, even if I were to try to, I just could not keep up with it. So I just don't care.
Because it's too much to take in at the moment. There's so much random bullshit going on. You don't know what's important and what isn't.
Exactly.
And what has any sort of effect on anything long term or short term or anything. It seems to be at this point that it's just so much like scandal without any actual like political impact until we get to like election season in a few months. Like there's already campaign ads running. Clive Palmer's been fucking hard and fast. He's already campaigning.
See, Clive Palmer is one of those people that I have no fucking clue what he looks like, but he is the most Australian man I've ever heard of because I just hear him so fucking much.
Yeah.
Like,
he's an idiot. But like,
yeah,
he's also. But that's the thing. I think he's gonna get like a lot of votes in this next election because he's campaigning early. His fucking ads are all over the radio and the TV, and and all that kind of stuff. So I think he's actually gonna have a good shot of getting at least like some seats, or like his party at least, despite the fact that he's an idiot.
You know how long it took me to realise how he chose who was Prime Minister? Like, I remember sitting around at your place watching it was the Turnbull Shorten election.
When was it? Okay.
So we're talking like 2016.
When were we watching that?
No, I don't think we were watching. Like, we weren't really watching it, but we just kept checking back.
I don't remember it, but go on.
But like, I remember being like, hang on, how the fuck did... And I remember asking your mum, being like, hang on, how the fuck does this work? And her explaining that like the way the Prime Minister gets chosen is by how much the one parties gets in terms of seats. I was like, wait, what?
You don't, but no, it's different from the American system.
I know that. I always knew that.
You don't vote for the one guy.
No, I knew it was based off a party, but I always thought it was like you voted for the party.
No,
that's how I thought it worked. But the fact that they're like, oh no, they just vote on the amount of seats, that blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, you vote within your like district.
Yeah.
And like for your so it's based purely on like how many seats that party holds.
Yeah.
So if they hold if one party holds the majority, usually it's Liberal or Labor, always has been. that determines who the prime minister is or who's in power.
Yeah.
So it's not so much that one guy's in charge, even though they lead the party, but the party itself is in charge rather than one guy.
That's why it does make sense to have him just be like, nah, fucking you're annoying us. Gary, can you take over for a little bit?
That's kind of why, it seems like that's why people get booted out so often, is because there's not one person who is like the huge figurehead of the entire party.
Could you imagine having some dickhead run for prime minister, win it, and just start changing shit?
Yeah, but it couldn't happen. It couldn't. That's the thing. It's simply I know it couldn't happen.
We aren't America.
Yeah, but that couldn't happen either. Like, I don't know. Yeah,
who's their president?
That dick had a lot of money. I couldn't to start with.
No.
That's different. And he was like he's Donald Trump. I'm not going to talk about this for longer because I can't fucking stand talking about this. And it has no relevance in my life. And I really, anytime someone starts bringing up Trump, I'm like, why you stop bringing it up, because it's not relevant to us whatsoever. But like, that dude, a little bit makes sense because like he had a bunch of money and he was a big like notable figure in the world. I think people just kind of like started voting for him out of a fucking meme, and then it became real. And they're like, shit, we've taken this too far.
The way I always thought about how he got the votes is that he appealed to because obviously in America you don't have to vote, whereas here you do.
I don't understand that.
See,
I really don't.
I feel like the way he won is that he appealed to the people who don't vote. The racist ones.
No, I'm not getting into that.
Yeah, we're not going to go into it.
I'm not getting into it.
But like that,
I'm not going to pretend I
people
understand.
thought that was how he won, because he appealed to the people who didn't vote, because a lot of the people who do show the negative sides of the country just didn't vote.
I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I know how their system works or the percentages and stuff.
God.
The only thing I know is
Dude,
I don't
understand why America does fucking...
I don't understand why voting isn't mandatory.
I don't understand.
Doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Their GST when on the price of something.
No, that's dumb too.
Like fuck getting to the counter and being like, oh yeah, that's $3.50, and they're like,
no, that's $4.20.
That's hang on, mate. It's that's what kind of one of the reasons I don't want to go to America, because I'll be like,
this shit's so different. Yeah,
that's so dumb.
Yeah, like no, we do it better over there.
Like,
I don't know. I don't want this
Celsius. I'm just saying.
Most countries do.
Every other country.
They're weirdly stubborn about it, and I don't know why.
It just doesn't make sense. Why would you have freezing not be zero? Like that just don't makes sense.
Look,
could you imagine if they just randomly changed it?
Oh, the fucking country.
Like one president gets
they'd set on fire.
And no, they wouldn't. They'd set on freezing.
No, they'd be like, shit, how do I dress today? Everyone would walk out in jumpers because they think it's 29, like really cold, and they'd burn to death. Okay, I don't want to turn this into an anti-America thing. I don't have any personal problems against the US.
I just don't get that just doesn't make sense.
There's still some little dumb things, especially like
their
political system.
But you could say that's true too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to stop. Somehow this turned into a rant.
A 40-minute politics rant. God fucking damn it.
Well, I didn't want it to go this way, but here we are.
We got deep.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it was going to be the on-surface stuff of like, oh yeah,
I like Lamingtons. But no, it's like
Lamingtons.
Our fucking the fucking Parliament House is on fire, and why do we keep talking about American politics?
Okay, because you gave your big spiel about one thing you don't like in Australia. We get really shit food.
Our food's okay. What are you talking about?
No, but like you hear of all this other food in like other countries, or like different flavors of things, and it's like,
I want to try that.
Great.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what? We don't do it.
We don't get that. Why?
It's like, even think about like the size of our meals. We are both bigger people in terms of like height-wise. It takes a lot to fill our stomachs.
A little bit.
We have to spend so much more money. Whereas in like, especially in like America, you can get a burger that is massive. And it's like, we got the Whopper. I don't like Whoppers that much.
Yeah. I'm like,
Like,
I don't know. Okay, so...
And Big Macs aren't that big here. They're kind of just... They're Macs.
They're Macs. Oh, man. Alright, so to finish this off, let's just round off like a few other little tiny things and not spend any detail on them. Thing I hate. Crap internet.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
What's something you hate?
Movie release dates. Does my head in that we get them later.
So, same here.
And then we get them early sometimes.
Something I love. The beaches. We've got the most like beautiful beaches in the world.
Yeah, that's true.
Something you love.
Melbourne, like the city itself. I really enjoy it. It's pretty.
Right. Most livable city in the world. I don't care what the rankings say every year. Something that all of you should do: subscribe to the channel.
What wild plug?
Thank you very much for watching. As usual, we're sorry this got a little bit political and stuff like that. I didn't think it was going to go down that road.
When we were like, oh no, we should talk about what we like about Australia and what we don't like. I did not think we'll end up on politics because we don't fucking know anything.
No. So maybe our 10-minute ramble about politics made absolutely no sense.
We'll have like a little...
Feel free to tell us if that made absolutely no sense in the comments below.
Yeah.
But, I hope this was still actually a fun discussion for you guys to listen to. I think we had fun talking about it and got a little bit mad, got a little bit happy.
I mean, yeah, but I think that's like the point of the show is like we don't know where this shit's going to end up.
No.
So on that note, we're going to sign off. Fucking good day and stroof, mate.
Australians, let us all rejoice.
Our home is girt by sea.
Okay, that's that.